Well,
But like
he needed to know that, because I think the way he was responding to it, I didn't think he understood. Like, this is something you believe in wholeheartedly. It's pretty much every part of your life. That's
Jaffe
why.
likes to play devil's
That's why.
advocate.
Well,
Jaffe
that's
understands more than
why.
he.
That's also why. Like, if you know Karma love too much, you just let her talk.
And then he had to, but no, not really, because I like to hear what, because then how am I
Well, I
learning?
mean,
If you're not going to teach me, then I'm
after
not going to
that,
interact for too long, because I
I
know what I
talk,
know.
I talk with you. Don't go there. I talk with you. We've been doing it right now, but I know that when you're on a run and you're saying what you're saying, it's just best to let you get it out. You know.
Shoot, yeah, because then I mean, well, oh, you don't have to, and I accept that too. I don't mind not telling everything, and sometimes I feel like when I get cut off, it's more so the universe saying, "Look, these people deserve to know what you know." And period. I'd be happy to be cut off. I'd be happy to shut up because the messages they come from me, but I'm just a messenger. So if people are not adhering to I'm not mad. No, I don't be upset, and I don't mind stopping at any point
Mm-hmm.
ever. But I also understand that, hey, I'm doing you a service, and it's just like, I didn't want that. It's like going to the car dealership and they telling you got 50,000
Oh
things
hell.
wrong. You were getting the oil change, you know
You
what I mean? And they're like, oh,
gotta
you need new
always bring up
tires.
gotta always bring up the car dealer.
No, I'm just saying, because it's the easiest way to describe like separate components working as a whole, and then different areas. Like I said, you
Mm-hmm.
go for an oil change, they tell you need new rotors, you need new tires, you need, like, hold on, just change the oil, and that,
Just
you know what I
just
mean?
remember what we talked to about receptors in the brain. You got.
Oh, you mean because of Tesla? Yeah,
Yeah.
no, and you
No, I
go. The
mean
reason
in
why
our
I bring up the
brain.
car dealership is because of the
Remember
connection to Tesla.
we discussed about our brain having receptors that fires off electricity.
Yeah, no, I was just wondering if that's what you meant. And you're not answering the question.
Like
Honestly, you're just avoiding
like
it. And that's
you
what you told
know,
me about addiction. Are you addicted to your ability to hide? Are you addicted to your power?
well,
I'm just
like
joking,
a
right?
lot of people, a lot of people like to say that addiction has to do with serotonin, and I'm okay with allowing people to get away with that. But the real problem behind addiction is dopamine. Okay, and those receptors that are in the brain are damaged, and dopamine has to reroute itself within the body so that it can reach the brain, because your brain needs dopamine. All right, so every time you have an addiction and it becomes overwhelming, you're damaging pathways that introduces dopamine into your pleasure receptors within the brain. So when you go without like a candy bar, or you go without coffee, or you go without cigarettes, or you go without booze or drugs, that's when you start feeling upset, because you want that freaking gratification in your
Or even
brain.
video games, like we were talking about
Right.
yesterday. Yeah,
Okay, and that's the physical aspect about it. Now the
same with
dopamine,
money.
when you stop doing those things, what happens is your dopamine has to reroute itself to where it can find a path from wherever it's stored to the brain, so that it can provide the same pleasures that that candy bar, that soda, that.
That's why people pick up new pastimes, studying history or conspiracies, and being able to interact with the universe on a different level in order for them to
Mhm.
be able to avoid what they thought they were missing.
People become sex addicts too, and that's not on a
I
joking
mean, that's
matter
an
either.
addiction, though.
I
No,
mean,
that's
Sex
that's
being a sex
actually
addict is
true.
an addiction. Yeah, I mean, like okay, so I'm
Oh,
not saying that
soda.
I agree with this path, but I've been told I was a sex addict when I was married, and he's as if it was expressed as if it was a problem, but like I wasn't ever going outside of my marriage. But he told me loyalty was determined by my willfulness to have sex with other men and allow him to watch, and that was a part of my life that I actually had to live in order to maintain my marriage. And I
Yeah.
mean, like, then I mean, at some point you get to a point where you're like, I really don't want to do this. And I mean,
Hmm.
because and I expressed that, you know what I mean, all that. But his reason was because he couldn't keep up with me sexually. He's like, look, I can't, like, I cannot do
I,
what you expect. You know what I
I
mean?
mean, when it comes to that, that's where the addiction becomes perverse. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like a crack addict who freaking finally had too much crack, or you know how me
And
and you
that's,
were we were talking, and I said I've actually smoked myself freaking sober on pot. You know,
Because
people
you
don't.
can't. Yeah, you're not getting high anymore.
Right, people don't understand that. Like, they don't understand that you could
That
actually
too much
smoke,
sex can make you not want to have sex anymore.
or
Because
you just don't get the effect. So you have to push
Yep.
it further until freaking you finally get that desired pleasure.
Well, I think I later found out with him it was because he desired men more than he desired women. But that was the whole. But I mean, he's married to a woman. She probably doesn't know. Hopefully, she never hears this podcast. But I mean, and maybe he's changed his ways. Maybe he's changed his way. But that wasn't for me. I didn't get married to have interactions with different men. But it was times to where, like I said, I'd go home and there'd be a man in my room, and he'd block me in my room, like, "Hey, you have to do this." It wasn't something I ever wanted to do because I was fine with not having sex. If I was not having sex with my husband, it was something I was forced to do because it was pleasure to my husband. And then being told, "Hey, there's no such thing as rape in marriage. You kind of have to submit to your husband. This is what you have to do because I'm asking you and you're my wife." And like that kind of turns your idea off of marriage because it's like, you know what I mean? The next person comes along and it's like, "How do I know you're not going to lock me in a room and make me fuck some random guy?" And
Well,
it's just
we were having that conversation a little while ago. Something that had to do with like people. Well, yeah. Was it a part of where we were talking about people trying to drain you like a vampire?
Yeah, that's the same thing. Yeah,
same
it's the
thing.
same. And that's what my ex.
Trying to pull your energy so that it could build them up, make them stronger. You know?
He was my first teacher in this even existing. Like, I found out that this was something that was present as a result of being married to him. And then I indulged with it, engaged in order for me to learn more because I know it's just not him. But it was so cool because he would show me the type of things to look for. Once I made him aware, I was aware of what was happening. He never denied it. And that's one thing I respect about him. He let me know, like, "Oh, you ready to go?" Because I guess it's one of those things to where if you're aware of it, you're supposed to be aware of it. If not, it's supposed to just happen to you, especially if you're made aware of it. And what better way to be made aware of it as opposed to it happening to you? So, I mean, like, you're experiencing it right now. You still have no idea what's going on. There's no really point to continue this existence with us because you got to at least know what's happening around you. If you're ever going to change it, you're never going to change anything if you're not capable of even understanding it. So, like I said, when I would ask or I would speak up on it, I mean, like, it might cause fights, it might cause arguments, but I always got my answers from him. And I appreciate that. And I mean, directly. And to this day, I mean, like, to the point to where we have shared them with our children and to where they're aware of different things that can happen and what they're capable of and could be capable of upon proper training. So it's like,
hey, before we get off here, I want you to let everybody know when your show is and.
I don't know. It's going to be tonight sometime. Because I want to say it's going to be 1 a.m., but if I don't make it at 1 a.m., it'll be 1:44. If I don't make it at 1:44, it'll be 2:34. 2:34 is a good time for me because 2:34 and it's the continuation of a new existence. But it might be before that because I was actually considering doing it at 11. But I like to do my witching hour shows. And there had been a full moon. Like, there was a full moon the other night with Jaffe. It's still kind of, but it's like coming down now a little bit. It's just like, and that's why I was upset because I stayed on this line and I didn't sit outside. Not upset, but like, I mean, you have to understand what you can do in a full moon. That's why I've been feeling more like myself lately. Like, and like I said, today when I took my nap, I could feel that someone else needed my energy more than I needed it. I was twisting the boy's hair. We're good. We have a lot more control over our life than other people do. Why not have a nap? Because they would not have been able to play on their iPad. Really kind of served everybody in the house kind of justice because, look, I get to not really be responsible and they get to not have to worry about me saying no more iPad. Let's get ready for the week. And it's one of those things that they didn't want their hair twisted. I want their hair twisted. It's like no one was really hurt in the making of this nap.
So you don't know for sure what time you're having it tonight?
No. A bunch of different times have already stuck out to me.
Now, what channel on what platform are you going to do it on?
Oh, so look, listen, you can maybe hook me up with mine because look, I can do mine. I can do Rumble. I can do mine straight from Rumble, right? Isn't there a way for me to be able to do that the way I do? Because I put it on.
We could do it like this and then stream it into your Rumble.
I don't want to do Jitsi. What do you mean? Oh, you mean you're gonna come on and you're gonna do it? You're gonna come on and...
If I did that, it would go onto my channel. You'd have to stream it straight into Rumble.
From where? You mean if the way I've been doing it on OBS?
Now, what you could do is record it. I could record it for you, but then you would have to do the pre-recording live. like take the recorded video and then just stream it?
I don't know. I'm gonna go because I'm gonna go on Bigo. I don't know if I'm gonna go on Twitter or whatever it's called. X. They should call it Exodus. If he's gonna call it, if it means Exodus, he should be saying Exodus. Like, because X is just ridiculous. Just call it Exodus. Then I have to explain what Exodus is. Yeah. Then you have to explain stuff. Wow, what a teacher you are. And so, like, he should just call it Exodus. And it's aggravating because I don't want to say I'm going X right now. He's laughing in his mind like, everyone's going X. It's not fucking funny. And it's like, so say call it Exodus and tell them why it's Exodus and explain it to them so they understand what they're getting into and they might be more into it anyway. But yes, on Twitter.
So you're thinking about getting on X, formerly Twitter?
Yeah, I know. It's just ridiculous. Like, there's so many other things to be doing right now. Yeah, I'm there. Bigo, I know I'll be on Bigo. Then the Bigo is where I get my crowd from, and then I get like I don't know, Joffrey show too. Though I get my little and I think Joffrey's on my Twitter too. So maybe like I don't know, he'd catch it, you know what I mean, type of thing. And I'm saying that. So
I'm just saying there ain't too many times I get a chance to know ahead of time that you're doing your videos.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever I find
out,
in the
inbox. I'll put it in the inbox.
It's good to put a plug out for you too, because like we're actually live streaming right now, so this is... I know, and I'm listen, catch me if you can type thing. I like you, and it's like you want, and I get why you do that, and that's cool. But at the same time, it's like, man, look, you're gonna find me when it's your time, regardless of it. It is. I always show up. I've already explained that to John. I told him about the synchronicity. I was like, you just let her make her decision when she wants to do it.
It's 1:31 at 1 a.m. I told him 10:31.
Yeah, well, I mean,
it's 1:31 to me, but
about everything. Like, I told her you're pretty hardcore on that synchronicity stuff, so that's
means a lot.
Yeah, that's something that he has to just understand.
I walk around certain buildings, certain times. I choose which pole, just for those that be watching, because I know you be watching. I choose which pole when I go to WWOW. They have numbers on them, so there's certain numbers mean certain things. Supreme Mathematics out there, guys. Go ahead, Supreme Mathematics, Supreme Alphabet. And so I walk around certain ways. The left is your receiving side. Certain things are allowed on my left. You might see me go around the trash can a different way because I don't like to receive trash. But if I don't go around, then you'll probably see my fingers do something. Or if it's a person, my biggest thing with a person, if I don't want them on my left side because I can already feel where they're coming from, I make sure that I go ahead and void that out as well. I'm real big on all of that stuff because it matters.
I picked up on that stuff. So
hey, I bought a cute little fan today. Can you hear it? Can you hear this fan right now? Do you hear it? Oh, okay, so I can use this one. I can't, there's no air in my house right now. I don't understand what's happening here. Landlord was here today to fill up the pool and leave the hose in it, but they have not turned my air back on. I don't know what's happening. It says this on, it says cool on. I don't know if it ran out of freon. I don't know anything about that stuff. But that's why I was sitting under the fan. And then that was the big fan that I usually have going in the living room. But I bought this cute little one, and you can't hear it. So good, I can use it because it feels good. It actually works. It's extremely powerful, and it was only $8.
That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm. And it's purple. Oh my God, the best part of it. The best part of the story. I left out. And then there's this other thing that we were talking about. Yeah, purple only. Purple is the best color in the world. But listen, you know what's so funny is purple is my favorite color. And I was talking about the alpha, omega, and then we were talking about darknesses and lightnesses and stuff like that. And the alpha being at the bottom, which is funny because its color is red. And guess what color the omega point is? I bet you can guess.
Purple.
Yes! And guess what number it is? 700 plus. And it's just so great that 7 is God, and we already know that. So it's just like, oh, wow, okay, so I really did do this, and now there's a chart. And so that's great. What's up, boy?
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this off because we're going on an hour and a half now. So.
Yeah, and they trying to sneak up on me and ask me to spend more money. Like, I ain't already spent money on stuff on Minecraft this weekend. They think they slick. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we're going to have to get regrouped because I don't know where they thought they was going to come in here, ask me to spend money on a Sunday like it's Friday. And, it's free? Oh, Among Us. No, let's talk about this because I'm not going to do it. I know I'm going to say no.